What is up, everybody? Happy Friday. Going live. Everybody's running late today, but I'm here. I'm ready. So I hope everybody had a great week. Been a busy week for me. As soon as everybody filters in here, we'll get into it. We'll get into what's going on. I mean, as much as I can. Um, we'll just say that yeah, we're gonna have some big things coming up in the future here. I'll leave it there. Got my coffee. Chilling on a Friday night. Don't forget to hit like on the stream. Helps us out. It lets everybody know that my Friday after dark matters because we all have fun here. That's what the goal is. If you guys had a stressful week, you can come in, you can hang out, you can make jokes. It's pretty much all on the table. Except can't be a hey Stacy, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Just going over a little bit of things here. Hey, what's up, Callie and Jordan? Here, I know how to highlight you guys. I can make everybody see. Yeah, there we go. Stacy May. Definitely check out Stacy May's channel if you're into crafting. I don't know how many of you guys on here are, but if you are, go check her out. She had an awesome stream earlier today where they were doing all kinds of crafting and painting and just all kinds of cool stuff that I'm not talented enough to do. So, but welcome everybody. Happy Friday. Don't forget to hit like on the stream. Let everybody let YouTube know that we're here and we're kicking ass. Hope everybody's Friday is good. I hope everybody had a good week. Like I was saying before, I want to repeat myself a couple times. It's what happens on YouTube, but got big things coming up in the future. So keep me in mind because, like I said, I can't let the entire cat out of the bag, but I can say that we got big plans coming up. October's my Christmas, guys. So like when you're talking about October, that Summerween thing that they're doing over on there's some channels that are doing a Summerween thing. I think I was going to get in on that. Just as some content, and I like to talk about horror movies. You guys all know that show up here. Kicking ass and taking names. That's right. It's what Friday's all about. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum, guys. It's my Friday night. So I appreciate you guys for showing up. Like I said, everybody's running late tonight, so just hang tight with me. I'll get some people on panel. I would post the panel link in the chat, but if I try to post anything in the chat, it's going to boot me out. And I posted it in my Discord, so if you're not in my Discord, you don't have it. So as soon as Mike gets here, I'll have him post the link for everybody. Certain things I can't do on here. One of them's post in the comments while I'm live on StreamYard. So I haven't quite figured that out yet. I don't know if I can put it on a banner. I don't know if I can do that during a live stream or not. I need to just, like, it's been such a busy week. I haven't had time to do some of the things I wanted to do, like figure out how to do banners on here and stuff like that to make things better. So this week I'll probably work on that. I'll have to put a info out there that I'll be, I can't take any more news this week. Guys, I've had such a week of news that it's been insane. Yeah, I could do it. I guess I could do it that way if you guys want me to. If you guys want to come on, just let me know. And I could hop on my PC and do it. That's a good point, Callie and Jordan. Normally, I just wait for Mike or Jay's not here tonight. Unfortunately, my comedic relief in Jay's not here tonight. He's got a personal life going on. So I wish Jay the best, and hopefully maybe he can show up later on tonight. But right now, it's just me until Mike shows up. And then I'll have him post the link. If I go to chat, can I? Okay, I'll try it, Stacy, but I'm hoping it doesn't boot me because every time I do that before, it's booted me. But I'll try. No, it only gives me see, post comment. Let me see if I can do this, guys. We're trying new stuff out, so if you lose me, it's because I suck at technology. Hold on. Wait. It's not wanting to let me do it. And in order to, there we go. There you guys go. You guys are free to join if you want. There's the StreamYard link. Can I pin this here? I actually did it. Star comment, put user in timeout. I can put myself in timeout if you guys would like to see that. What happened there? Anyway, there's the StreamYard link. You guys, thanks for helping me out. All right. Mike, we know what you're doing over there. You're on Pornhub. Don't even try to deny it. No, can't pin, but there is the StreamYard link for anybody who wants to hop on. We know you're over there on Pornhub, Mike. You don't got to lie to make friends. Just kidding, Mike. This is what we do here on Friday night, guys. We like to bust each other's balls a little bit. We like to, like I said, just dare to blow some steam off and just have ourselves a little bit of fun here. So I know some breaking baseball news for all the San Diego Padres fans. Fernando Tatis Jr. was just busted for PED use. So he's already missed the he was on animallovers.com. There we go, guys. That's the comment of the night so far. He was on farmersonly.com, Mike. Anyway, Fernando Tatis has been caught with PED use. So, his season was already gone. Now it's gone for sure. So, if you're a San Diego Padres fan, probably not the news you wanted to hear. I just got it. Actually, I was talking to Jay before the stream. I did come on for a few minutes. Gone 80 days. Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty much his entire season. Like, if I'm holding any Fernando Tatis rookie cards, either it's the time to buy them or sell them. I'm not in on Fernando because he's got a lot of maturing to do. Baseball is more than just about being an athlete. It's about life lessons as well, I believe. I feel anyway. People that are Barry Bonds fans and Mark McGwire might disagree, and that's fine. You're free to your opinion, and you're free to be wrong as well. So I'm just kidding, guys. But anyway, yeah. So that's the news on that. Like I said, I got an October planned. As soon as Mike gets on here, we'll talk about a little bit of plan changes as much as we can here. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Oh. Sorry, guys. I got somebody spamming the chat. There we go. Don't know why I got people spamming my chat, but that's the way it goes sometimes. I would wrench some people on here, but I know I can't do that through StreamYard. I'm pretty sure I can't do that. I could try, I suppose, but I don't think it gives me the option to wrench anybody really. So. But yeah, it might be time to sell Fernando cards. I agree with you on that. Actually, let's try to make this a little bit easier here. Anyway, so yeah, it might be time to sell Fernando if you're holding Fernando Tatis cards. I know some of you guys don't collect cards, but hey. Yep, YouTube only for inching. Okay, here we go. Thanks, Stacy. That's what I was thinking, but I don't normally do. Wait, what's up, Mike?
What is up, everyone?
Oh, Jake's on his way. He'll be here soon in a few. Brandon Jensen's doing a sale tonight. So Jeff will be here after the sale. Shout out to Brandon Jensen. Really cool guy. I like Brandon.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I used to watch his videos a lot before I got caught up in all this moving and just being too busy to do anything.
A military veteran. I get along with a lot of the veterans, as you know, Mike. So
I respect the hell out of veterans. I'm not a veteran, but I respect the hell out of those men and women who are willing to put their lives on the line so we have the freedom not to.
Okay, Boggs, straight up, bud. You're welcome on here anytime, brother. I like you, Boggs. Boggs is a
Right,
cool
Boggs
dude
is a
too.
good dude. He goes back a long way. He was one of the guys that I started talking to when I was new on YouTube.
That's absolutely okay, Boggs. You're welcome to come on. I was just talking about the Fernando Tatis thing going on right now, so that
Oh
was
yeah,
a thing.
He's out 80 days for PEDs.
You want to talk about respect? The quickest way to lose my respect is to use PEDs. You know, say what you want to about Otani, but he's doing it clean. You know, or any other player. You know, Mike's a Lindor fan. He hasn't. I don't think he's been hit with PED use, has he? I don't believe he has.
No, no, he's not. He's not a home run hitter. He's like a 25 hitter. You know,
Well,
he's had a great season if he hits 25 home runs. So
he has some power. I will say that. Like he's deceptively strong.
I think he hit 31 his best season.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, like you got to tip your hat to the guys who did it clean. Like I can't look at Mark McGwire. Barry Bonds probably was the best pure hitter in baseball, but he tainted the entire thing with using PEDs. Like if he would have just done it clean, you know, even if he didn't break the record, at least he did it clean, right? Like that's I guess the point.
Yep. But I mean, as far as it goes today, I don't see it being as big a deal as it used to be. Because I mean, you got pitchers with tar on their neck, you got juiced balls, you got corked bats, you got whole teams cheating to win games. I mean, PEDs. It's not going to be long before it's not even looked at.
Well, and that's the thing. They should at least be consistent about it. Either it's allowed or it's not allowed. Like this gray area shit is just, it's like, you almost can't blame Fernando Tatis because, like, I mean, shit, they're going to leave it in a gray area. You might as well take advantage of it, right? Like, I can see the mindset. Like, I understand where they're.
I think they should be illegal though, and anyone using them, they shouldn't be fined or kicked out for a certain amount of games. They should just be completely taken out of the game and let go of their contract, because if they need performance enhancing drugs and they're not naturally gifted, they shouldn't be there. Give it to somebody who can naturally do it, who has earned that spot.
Not only that, but they kicked Pete Rose out for gambling. So you're going to kick Pete Rose out for gambling, but steroids are, you know, we're not going to make a stance on. And I want to remind you, the guy that's the commissioner of baseball right now. God, I can never remember this guy's name.
Robert.
He was the one that let this shit go with Mark McGwire and Barry Bonds. So like it's the same guy in office basically that allowed that to go on in the first place. So I kind of blame him too.
Rob Manfred.
Yeah, Manfred. That's it. Yep. Hey, Jason, what's up, brother?
And with Pete Rose, I think it's bullshit because he bet on his team to win. How is that changing the score of a game if you're betting on your team to win? You're just pushing them to their best like you're supposed to as a coach anyway.
Right. Jason says that he took medication for ringworms that contained a banned substance. I don't know. That seems kind of that sounds kind of iffy to me. I don't know. Like
it even goes back to like Shoeless Joe. I mean, they wouldn't let him in the Hall of Fame because of that whole cheating shit. When he was supposedly cheating in that game, he had the highest batting average of his fucking career.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't believe a Shoeless Joe Jackson. That's a crime against humanity. He got caught up in the crowd.
Yeah, how do you hold back and still get the highest batting average of your career?
It does seem counterproductive. It does.
It's all a popularity contest and what's hot and what's not right then.
Uh-oh. We have Abigail. What's up? Happy Friday, Abigail.
Happy Friday, Sam.
Hello, Abigail.
Hey, Mike.
What's going on with you, Abigail? You're late.
Well.
You get a
I
demerit.
saw
You're late.
my friend and she bought me some WKD.
She bought you some
What?
KY. What?
Bought her a gallon of KY,
It's now.
the strawberry flavor. I'm kind of partial to the coconut.
No, it's called WKD. Do you not have that over there?
Oh, I thought you was talking about lubrication.
Yeah, we got WD-40.
I don't know if you want to use that
Can you hear
in
me?
those sensitive areas. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we
Hello?
can hear you. Can you hear us?
The hell?
Go out and come back in, Abigail. Your phone's on gummies.
Take off the gimp suit and come back.
Right?
My friend being a dick. I have to leave and come back.
See, this is what happens when you don't show up on time to things.
See, what kind of secretary comes in late?
Right? I'm gonna have to give her a pink slip.
Yep, she's going to have to put her on suspended leave.
No, to be fair, she has done some secretary work this week. It was for her stuff, but she did technically do it, so I'll give her half credit.
Going to have to hide her Pornhub all access passcode.
Right? She's got the platinum edition. Abigail, are you here?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, the phone's playing
You-
up. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
we can hear you.
Brilliant.
You need to shut the Freddy porn on Pornhub down before you join the stream.
And take the ball gag all the way out of your mouth.
No comment.
We're just having a laugh. What's going on, Abigail?
I just got back from seeing my friend, and have you heard of WKD? It's an alcohol drink.
No, I don't drink alcohol.
No, I know that, but you might have heard of it.
No.
Oh, okay. I guess you don't have it over there then.
Like, we can get imported stuff over here like Remy Martin, but it costs an arm and a leg to get that shit. Well, I don't know. The place here sells it kind of cheap, but back when I was drinking it was like $80 to $100 a bottle.
Oh, yeah, imported shit used to cost an arm and a leg.
I also
I
saw
remember-
a shooting star today,
Did you make a wish?
and I made a wish on it. Hope it. Oh yeah, definitely.
Hey, Mike, what do you think her wish was?
To see Robert Englund naked in the Freddy costume.
No! Stop! No!
She doesn't care if his balls are old and wrinkled. She'll still love them and caress them with care.
Ew! Fuck my life!
It's Friday, Abigail. You know how this works.
I'm not drunk enough for this shit yet.
We're going to
Oh,
have to
great.
make it a
Abigail's
game
gonna
to
get
see how
drunk
many
on-
times in a night we can make her say, fuck my life.
Yeah.
Also, I had a good news. I found a candle and I really need it. So I found something I need, which cheered me
Don't
up.
like that candle, you'll let the stank out.
What? What stink? I don't get the joke, Mike.
I didn't say that. I said don't light it, you let the stank out, you know, the smell.
That's what you're supposed to do with candles.
Must be an American thing.
Yeah.
Yep. It is. There's a lot of things like that, Abigail, that and if you don't live over here, you're just not going to understand.
Yeah, it gets lost in translation.
I'm not going to get every joke. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Humor is a subjective thing. What's funny to one person might not be funny to another person.
I used to think it was hilarious to talk to people from Ireland because they would talk about how they got pissed all night long, and I thought they were talking about like getting mad at people and getting into fights and shit. Come to find out, after about 3 months, pissed meant drunk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know in Ireland when they say pissed it meant drunk. I thought the dude was talking about getting into fights and shit, and he was just talking about drinking.
We need some British slang words from Abigail. That's what we need.
Where's
Yeah, you need to teach us
where's
some.
Jay?
He'll be here later.
Jay will be here later. Brandon Jensen's having a stream tonight, and so everybody's over there right now. But we're just sort of hanging out anyway. People are going to start filtering in over time.
Hey Abigail,
Oh,
is there
okay,
like
no.
is there like a UK slang version of the word Schadenfreude?
I have no idea.
That's like the feeling you get when your enemy's anus has been penetrated. No, that's what Schadenfreude means. It's the feeling you get when an enemy's anus is penetrated.
Isn't that like Charles Manson said? The entire life is fucking. Either you're putting something in, you're taking it out. Whether you're smoking, whether you're eating, whatever you're doing, it's all sexual.
Yep.
And I never thought I'd quote
I don't
Charles
know,
Manson on
that
a
just
Friday
goes way
stream.
up
But
my
there you go.
Charles Manson, I think if he was given half a chance, he could have been a brilliant mind in the music industry, because I mean, his music, even though it's a little understated, the lyrics were great. The way he played was good. It was just the timing was bad.
Hell, nowadays, if you get murder on your record, if you're in the rap industry, you can get street cred from that. He'd be fit right in today.
Yeah. But I mean, in all honesty, if he was given half a chance in the record industry, I think he could have been big. You know, he would have been the next, Berry Gordy.
From what I understand, he was given every chance. From the way I understood it, you got to understand, Mike. He was living in the summer of love. Sex was free, drugs were free, all these things. He had everything a white male could want in the late '60s, and it ended the way it did. So.
Yeah, I agree with that.
he hung out with stars all the damn time and stuff. Like, the guy lived the life of Riley for a guy that spent most of his life in prison. I think, anyway. So anyway, what's going on with Abigail tonight?
Sounds like she's hiding in the corner somewhere.
Why would I be hiding in the corner? I've got nothing to be afraid of.
Well, you're being awful quiet.
I just don't know what to say. I'm just happy today.
Well, all right, right on.
It's hard to talk and watch Pornhub both at the same time.
I am not watching any porn.
Yet.
Oh, stop.
Or anymore. Tonight. Till later.
It's too fucking hot.
Jay, what's up, brother?
Good, long day. It's been a long ass day.
It's been a long week for all of us, I think.
Yep. It's been a long week for all of us, I think.
We got mom put down for the night.
Would they do sedate her, or?
Yeah. This morning she thought she was a nun. And I was years old. It's getting bad.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that sucks, Jay. I'm sorry, brother.
Yeah, sorry,
What's
Jay.
up? Welcome to the stream, brother. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. They tell me death is a part of life.
Yeah. You have one without the other.
No, I think once you reach a certain age, death becomes like it becomes like the better part of life.
Yeah,
I'm
no, it'll be done.
I'm not trying to say anything for anyone else, but like my grandfather, like right before he died, when he knew that the time was up, and he looked like he had like relief on him, like there was finally no more waiting, no more worrying, like he knew what was going to happen and he accepted it, and he was a different person those last few days.
That sounds like my dad right now. Like he wants to go by the in this world, basically. He's fed up with it.
Yeah, I can see that. The way I look at it, this is a saying I came up with on the top of my head one day, that life is a continuous fight that only ends once you stop fighting. It's a military look at it.
Yeah. Have you heard they're making a new Pirates Caribbean and it ain't Johnny Depp? It's a woman now.
Oh, they gonna bring back Penelope Cruz?
Oh,
God knows.
is he gonna be dropping the pink
With the power.
What's up, Jay?
of a female Pirates of the Caribbean?
They're gonna destroy it like they did Ghostbusters.
I mean,
Yep.
you know, I got no problem with girl pirates, female lady pirates, whatever they identify as being called. But I'm just not sure if I'm comfortable with the ship being called the Pink Pearl.
You never know. You might like it.
Jesus Christ.
Hobbyist won't be watching it. What says you, chat? What did your guys take on it? I didn't know about this, so.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, but if Johnny Depp's not in it, I'm not interested.
I mean, I don't know who else is in it, but that girl with the powers, I can't remember her name. That girl, I loved her. She's good. If she's in it, I'll watch it.
Is it
The one-
Amber Heard going to be the pirate?
Yeah, the pirate girl. Yeah.
Amber Heard would only be the pirate if the bed was the latrine.
Hey, what's up, Magnus? Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday, brother. Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
Magnus, what's up, brother? Glad you could make it.
Hey, Mike, the one you're on about, is that Elizabeth?
No, the one who played Blackbeard's daughter in the last one. Who?
Yeah, the one with the powers, yeah?
Yeah, Penelope Cruz.
Yeah. That's who I'm on about. Yeah, if she's in it, I'd love to watch it, yeah. And Will, he's good in it.
I'm with Magnus. I like the first three, but anything after that, I was kind of silly.
Yeah, the last one I didn't really get into all that much.
Inside it. I love that scene.
I mean, I like how they made Barbossa like more. They gave Barbossa more of like they made him more human, I guess. You know, I like that side of it, but All Out, the movie wasn't that great.
What about the fifth one, right?
You know what they need to do is they need to get fans to start making some of these movies, because fans know what they want to see in any franchise, you know, and so the fans should pick a fan, a diehard fan that knows what the hell they're doing, and have them make a damn movie so that everybody will enjoy it.
Right, and the fans remember the smaller nuances that the people making the movie don't really pay much attention to.
Exactly.
That's my take too. Is it get fans more involved? Like that's the answer here.
My favorite part, though, of any Pirates movie by far is when that short dude. I guess you're not supposed to call them midgets, but Back then, hey, he was a midget with the fucking blunderbuss when he fires that fucker and it shoots him like 5 feet back. That is awesome.
What
Hey,
movie?
we like midgets around here, especially the one called Bridget the Midget. She can do some things.
How much did you pay her to do?
I'm not allowed to discuss that. I've got a non-disclosure clause. It's concealed by a federal judge.
We'll just say his Visa Black Card has been overdrawn.
Right.
The contract. You can't mention it, can you?
Right.
Confidential.
We'll just say that we went down the muddy road.
Why do I have an image?
That was the point.
Are you imagining someone taking a walk down your Hershey Highway?
Is the midget giving Sam a blowjob?
Ed, you know,
No,
I
it was
learned
the
long
midget taking a
ago.
walk down your Hershey Highway.
Well, hey, they're already eye level with my crotch, so I mean, it's not that hard, you know.
All right, you just got to watch out when you sneeze. You might put their eyes out.
I know if I were to have sex with a midget, like the kid would be screwed because I'm short too. So it's like you're guaranteed not to get tall in that situation.
That's not always the case because Kat's brother or Kat's sister is 5'2", and her husband was only 5'4", but their son is 6'5".
1 second, guys.
All right. Well, like my grandpa was over 6 foot tall, so like I got my height from my mom. My mom's like shorter than I am, so.
My mom is like 5'4", and my dad was 6 foot. I stopped at 5'10". My brother's like 5'11".
How tall are you, Abigail?
I'm 5.5.
You're 5'5".
Yeah.
So in other words, you're going to need a step ladder to reach stuff in the cupboards.
No,
I make fun of my mom for that too.
Yeah.
I'm not bloody small.
Like I tell her she's got to stand on her tippy toes to put her hat on.
Yeah, exactly.
There's high heels. That's what was made for women, to grab things higher.
Yeah, but I bet it's hard to walk in 4-foot platform shoes.
Right? Like that would suck. Not that I've ever worn high heels before, allegedly.
Don't lie. We know you have.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I can rock the hell out of some high heels, damn it.
Right when he's out on the corners in Des Moines, it's sandy.
Yes. Jay's my biggest customer, too.
I bet he is.
He's looking at me like he wants to kill me right now. Not fair. He's on the phone. That was unfair.
Well, no, now is when it's perfectly fine because he's busy.
You're right. He can't bust my balls back until he gets off the phone.
All right, hopefully it's nothing serious.
Yeah,
and
right.
If it is, then I'm sorry for busting his balls.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of hard. It kind of puts a damper on things when we can't bust each other's balls, but.
Yeah, kind of hard to kick a man when he's down.
Yeah, it's not very fun. No. So, what's the plan this weekend, guys? I got a movie I think that we might be interested to watch. It's called Feast. I mentioned it to Mike.
Oh, yeah, I can join, but I'm going out for a meal first with my mum, dad, and my sister again.
Okay. Sounds like it.
What time would movie night be?
What?
What time would movie night be?
Well, sometime this weekend. It doesn't matter when. Whenever we got free time, basically. like that's kind of what I'm wondering about October. Is like the goal is, like I said to Mike, and Mike's already chose 9 or 10 movies. Mike, you can go and tell Abigail your 10 movies if you wanted to do that.
My 10 picks are all 9 Freddy Krueger movies, the whole Nightmare series, and House of a Thousand Corpses.
Even the remake.
No, not the remake.
Then there's
Yeah,
8.
the remake too. Every one of them.
Made him
Okay.
Well, we can kick out the remake. I don't care. I don't like it anyway, but I just figured run all of them marathon style and House of a Thousand Corpses. Because that's like my favorite horror movie.
I have that on DVD.
Yeah, so do I. I have the whole Rob Zombie collection.
What would your 10 movies be, Abigail?
Well, I can't have Freddy versus Jason because Mike just said that, so I would choose. What's that Stephen King film? Hang on.
Which one? There's like 1,000 of them.
Right? It, The Shining, Pet Cemetery, Children of the Corn, The Shawshank Redemption, The Green Mile.
Did Stephen King do a porno we're not aware of?
Yeah, The Green Mile.
Oh, fuck's sake. My brain's not working. The one with the cars come to life.
Christine.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
One. The one with
Yeah,
all,
Christine is the one. Yeah, Christine is the one where the car comes back to life.
all the vehicles come to life. Every single vehicle.
Oh, you mean Maximum Overdrive?
Thank you. Yes, that one.
No, have you ever seen a Maximum Overdrive before, Mike?
Nope. I don't think I have.
There you go.
Good. I know my movies.
Okay, that's one movie. You got 9 more now.
Oh, I'm still doing my list. So it's not till October, so but I'm still doing my list.
Hey, Clint, welcome to the stream, brother.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, favorite movie, Stephen King movie was Titanic. I don't think that's how it works.
Hey, I think that dude is right to an extent. It may not have been Stephen King, but that was a horror. If you went to the movies and had to sit through that 3 hours of garbage, that is the worst horror I could possibly imagine. That's like Chinese water torture.
I didn't mind the Titanic, but that's just me.
What's going on, Jay?
I'm back.
Oh, okay. What? You okay?
Yeah.
Jay needs to spark up a burner and take himself to the moon.
Jay can't.
Jay lives in Iowa where fun's illegal.
Right.
I'm pretty sure my
Is anyone going to
Yeah.
choose all the Friday the 13th?
well, I am. It's October after all.
That's why I didn't pick any Friday the 13th. I figured that Sam would.
Yep.
That's kind of my area. So that'll take up my 10 movie slots. So
Actually, I figured Abigail would have already picked out a few of the Nightmare movies too, and I'd end up filling in spots.
I wanted to put Freddy versus Jason, but now you said all 8, 9 movies. I can't.
Well, it's already there. You're still going to be there to watch it.
Yeah.
right, you're gonna get to watch it either way. So
Now
Well,
you
you
can fill it in with another Robert Englund horror or something else.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Because I mean, I was even going back and like looking at old obscure horror movies that I haven't seen in forever, like Nosferatu. I remember watching that with my grandfather when I was a kid.
Anyone heard of Motel?
Motel Hell.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good movie.
I know. I might have that on my list.
Yeah, that is an awesome movie.
Ah,
what up, Titus? Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday, brother.
What's up, brother?
I might take one of my movie slots, and I might take one of the Friday the 13th out, and probably Part 5, and the original Universal Wolfman movie. That I haven't watched that in years, and that was my first horror movie that I watched. So I think that'll be my final choice on my movies.
ooh, I can choose that one.
Nope. I think my very first horror movie was one of the Halloweens. I was scared shitless, and I didn't watch horror movies for a while after that. Or no, it was Friday the 13th. Yeah, and I got the shit scared out of me and never got back into them.
Yeah, that's okay. We took care of Jason in the whole free Jason thing, so we took care of that. We got revenge on Jason.
I always liked Freddy because I always found him more realistic than the other ones. I mean, you're not gonna die and then die a kid and then come out a grown man chasing people around with a mask and a hockey, and a fucking hockey mask.
Mother's boy.
But you can
Yeah,
dream of something. But it's most certainly possible for you to have nightmares of somebody chasing you and killing you over and over.
Yeah, but Jason was thrown in the lake as a boy, but he came back as an adult, started killing people. So I'm confused on how that works too.
Oh yeah.
That always confused me too.
My third movie is Joyride 3.
I've heard of the Joyride series, but I've never seen any of them. Same thing with the Left Behind. I've heard they were good, but I've never watched them.
If you've seen Girls Have Eyes, you've seen that basically.
My full movie.
I've seen the original and the remake, The Hills Have Eyes.
Yep. I like the original better, but that's my opinion. Did you know that Sean Connery actually worked on those movies?
Oh, no shit.
Yep.
Wow, he really goes back to the 70s then?
Yeah. Last House on the Left, that was the first real project, horror project that he worked on. That was with Wes Craven.
Yeah, because The Hills Have Eyes was like 77, 78. I know it came out just before I was born.
Sean's been doing it at a level for several decades now. Like the guy has forgotten more about this stuff than we'll ever know, basically.
My fourth movie, I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, I hate those movies. I'll sit through it, but I hate those damn movies.
Something else then.
Yeah, we should watch what we enjoy. We only get one October a year. So.
Right, that and Scream. I can't stand those things.
I like the first Scream. I like that one. I don't get into the Saw movies either. I always thought those, but I like the first one. But it got kind of weird after that.
I like the Saw movies. I like all of them. The same thing with Hostel. I don't know. I've never been turned off by the gore.
I can't watch that.
Apparently, Magnus has given us a list of movies too: Conjuring, Insidious, Sinister. I like The Exorcist. Shining's always good. Halloween is.
The Shining is in my top 10 favorite movies.
Hey, Bogarts, what's up? What we ought to do is we'll make a wheel of movies. We can let the fans choose some movies too, like not fans, but the people that watch and stuff.
Maybe we should do that. And instead of us each picking 10, we should each pick 5 and then do fan suggested movies.
That's a good idea.
Because that would be a way to get more people to come into Discord too, because they come in specifically to watch their movies.
And then I thought you didn't want any more people in Discord.
Well, I don't want any more than I can handle, basically. Running Discord is a lot more difficult than anything else on here, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to watch a movie and talk through it and have to pause it and go back and forth. It's a lot to do. And I mean, I'm not doing it, but I realize what it takes to put into it.
Yeah.
And me being almost damn near Amish as far as electronics go, I couldn't figure it out.
Right. Bogart's having a rough week too. Sorry to hear that, Bogart.
Yeah, it's been tough all around.
Magnus says we need to find something to scare him. I can show him Cyrax videos on YouTube if he wants to be scared.
You know what? To be honest with you, I'm with Magnus. I would love to see something that actually scared me. Not just jump scare, but authentically scared the shit out of me.
That's Hostel. That does that for me.
Now, I can sit through the Hostel movies while I'm eating spaghetti, and it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
If you take off shipping, that somebody would normally charge.
Get to like the stream, guys. Let YouTube know that our little Friday endeavor here matters.
What's the 50 card?
No problem,
Now,
brother.
if you guys are looking for the most horrific movie you'll ever see, and it's not because of it's not really the gore, it's the subject matter, see the movie called A Serbian Film. You'll only watch it once, and it's a good movie, but believe me, it's one of those things you'll only watch once.
We could watch Killer Tongue again. That was great.
I've seen one messed up movie. It's called Necrophilia.
Yeah, I watched some. There's a few movies that I've watched that I refuse to watch again because it was more the subject matter that shut me off than how gory it was.
It was really weird because the ending, the man just ends up stabbing himself and having a wank, and then he dies. He comes and dies. It's fucked up.
Well,
So every
it's
man
good to know
wants
what-
to go.
Yep. It's good to know what Abigail's watching when we're not around.
Right.
I would never watch it again.
I mean, a lot of people say that the Human Centipede movies are extremely gory and disgusting, and I didn't find anything gory about them, really.
Well,
I
then
thought that
you're a
I
different
thought-
generation, Mike.
the Human Centipede was completely stupid in my opinion. Like the entire idea of the premise of the movie was just kind of not
Yep.
right.
That's a movie I can never watch again.
I think the first one, it was thought out, but it was just bad. There was not enough to make it a horror or gore movie, in my opinion. The second one, that was more horror, and the third one was more comedy to me. Even though it tried to be horror, it was too funny to be horror.
I tell you what, if you guys haven't seen it, a good movie is the Evil Dead remake. That one, if you want the suspense and the tension with it, that's a good way to go about it.
What movie?
The Evil Dead remake.
Oh yeah, I've seen that
For a
twice.
remake, it's not a bad movie for a remake, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I
It's
don't like
also-
watching a lot of remakes because they're usually terrible.
I'll probably end up falling asleep watching that.
Although I will give remakes props for what they do. They get people hip to the original movies. Like when my son's friends, they saw the new Nightmare on Elm Street, but had no idea of all the originals until I turned them on to them.
Yeah, I remember you said that, Mike.
Yep, they came over and we put them on and we binged them, and those kids absolutely fell in love with Freddy Krueger and had never heard of him before the newest movie.
Ailing, White Sox, Tom.
That's what happened with me with Freddy versus Jason. I watched Nightmare on Elm Street, and then I fell in love with Freddy and Jason at the same time.
Demo Lover.
Part 6 was my first
Right now.
Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street 4 or Dream Warriors, I can't remember which one, were my first Nightmare on Elm Street.
Autograph 2000.
And then I watched them all, and then I fell in love with Freddy and Jason.
My mom liked the Nightmare on Elm Streets, and I sat and watched them with her and just fell in love with them because they were the ones that actually did kind of scare me because it felt the most realistic.
You know, I've seen an interview, and Wes Craven shopped the original script for the original Nightmare on Elm Street for like several years out in Hollywood. Now here's one for Sean Cunningham if he's going to watch this. He told Wes, he read the script and he said, well, this isn't going to work. Everybody's going to know it's a dream and they're not going to be scared. Sean was wrong on that one. I got to say this. I got to be honest. Sean was wrong about that one.
Well,
But
yeah.
knowing it was a dream is what made me scared because it made it possible.
Yep.
You got to understand at the time that everybody was making low budget horror at the time. So like that was, I guess, the thought process.
When I discovered Freddy 10 years old, I was so scared to even Google his face because I was terrified of him. That's why Jason was my first one I loved, because he didn't scare me that much. And I fell in love with Freddy 2014.
What was your first horror movie, Abigail? That's what I'm curious about.
Well, first it was Freddy versus Jason, then it went to The Boogeyman. And I don't mean Michael Myers, I mean the actual film, The Boogeyman.
Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, Parker? Thanks for
It's
stopping by.
Hey, Parker, what's up, brother?
Happy Friday, man.
So, Sam, what was your first horror movie?
I told you guys the original Universal Wolfman, the black and white one.
Oh, that was the very first horror you ever seen?
Yep. I think I'm going to put that on my list.
I think
Yep.
my very first was probably Nosferatu with my grandfather, because he loved the silent black and white movies.
I would try to come up with something for international buyers.
Well, that's exactly what made it what it was, Magnus. You got to understand that, Robert Englund is Freddy. He's chasing around he's in their dreams with them. He's literally in their beds with them. And that's kind of what's creepy about. Like, it kind of doesn't sit well with you. That's what's unsettling about it.
Sure did.
I need 6 parts from you, but don't.
I love that comment. Brilliant.
That's kind of what it was. It is unsettling to think about. But think about this. Like, there was actual real people in real life that were like the character that Robert was portraying. And like, that's the scary part about it.
It's based on a true story. Yep, those kids die from someone in their dreams.
Well, Magnus, it was kind of subtext. It wasn't like up front. Like, okay, so when they were making the first Nightmare on Elm Street, there was a big scandal going on at a school out in California where like a teacher was accused of doing unspeakable things like that, and so they kind of had to back off of it a little bit because they were never going to get it made if they had that in there. So they kind of insinuate it without saying it, if that makes sense.
So those who already have a spot, are they gonna
And
stay
think
out?
about this. They merchandised everything Nightmare on Elm Street. They even made kids' pajamas. Hey, kids, here, put your Freddy pajamas on. That's not weird at all, right?
And the Freddy doll, they banned because parents.
Oh, I remember when I was a kid, the Freddy costumes were the biggest thing in the world. Everybody had one of them toy plastic gloves from one year being Freddy at Halloween.
That's why Freddy was more popular than Jason, right?
$0.99.
Yeah, $0.99.
At the
Oh,
time.
Freddy always got to me because it felt like he was more realistic. Because I mean, if some dude is chasing you down with a machete and a hockey mask, a big bullet will put a stop to that quick. But somebody who attacks you in your dreams, how do you fight that?
All right. Yeah, that works. That's gonna be a lot of money.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to fight that. But like, it also goes into vigilante justice. Are you justified in burning a guy like Freddy Krueger in the movies alive if the courts let him out for something like that? Like that, it's a morality thing.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys.
You just have to decide if the ends justify the means.
Say what, Mike?
And you just have to decide if the ends justify the means.
Right. Like, setting him on fire isn't exactly due process of the law, is I guess the point there. And by doing it, they made it worse. They didn't solve anything. They just made it worse, basically. So
I do
that's an
gotta say
interesting.
that one fan-made Nightmare on Elm Street movie we watched, where it was like the interrogation of Freddy Krueger, that was awesome. I would love to see something like that in a full-length movie.
Yeah, I would. They might go that direction with it, actually, because Robert's getting up there in age and stuff, and somebody else is going to have to take over. So that would be the route. I'd rather do a TV series about like
See a
before.
post on Facebook, and they are working on a new Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's all.
I would also love to see them do like a prequel and do the story of his mother.
Hey, Dad, come here for a second.
I would love it when they do the story of Freddy before he got burned. It's him being human.
Right, that's what we're saying.
Of how he started to kill and what made him kill and all that stuff.
They kind of did that with Freddy's Dead, the Final Nightmare, where like it shows the backstory. He had a daughter.
Yeah, but it's not that. I like more. It's only a little bit, basically.
Yeah, but I mean, I would like to see more of the build-up, like the classic old-school horror, where he starts out as a kid getting bullied and slowly decides he's not taken anymore. And to see all that in the middle.
Exactly, Mike. Exactly.
Well, direct your advice to whether Wes Craven estate or whoever they hire to do the movie. I don't know if you got the link for that, Abigail. You can post it in chat if you want to.
Wait, what?
You said they were going to make a new movie. Was there an article about it or
No,
something?
it was just a poster. And
I hope they get somebody better than Jackie Earl Haley.
But who would you cast as a prequel Freddy is my question.
I read the comments. People were saying Kevin Bacon would be good.
Is it
Yeah,
my mic?
Robert England said that Kevin Bacon would be good.
Even Robert England said Kevin, even his own words wanted Kevin Bacon, so I don't know.
Who's
I just want
Mike's-
someone that can act. I don't really care.
If I was to pick someone to play Freddy, I would pick Ryan Stiles.
Yeah.
He has the look. He has the exact same face. He has the voice. He's a little taller than, the traditional Freddy, but he has the look already.
Mike, who's that?
I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Drew Carey Show or Whose Line Is It Anyway? Or 2.5 Men.
Oh, I know 2.5 Men.
He was the guy who played Herb.
Card number 3.
Oh, right.
I mean, he's got the exact same facial features as Robert England.
Has he?
Thanks, Magnus. Thanks for letting me know. Go ahead.
Okay.
We was getting feedback, and I was trying to figure out what was going on.
I thought for my personal choice, I would choose Jack Nicholson. He's brilliant as evil people.
I don't think he could play Freddy, though.
You never know.
I was going Michael He was 88. That was close. Yeah,
I mean, I think we might as well just get Robert to do it again.
Yeah, because I mean, he's old and past his prime. He's doing shit like The Bucket List with Morgan Freeman.
Right.
All right, I saw Mike.
His days of The Shining are over.
You have to find the right person with the right credentials, and the right age and all that kind of stuff. Because you're talking about physically demanding roles, right? You got to do your own stunts and all this other crazy stuff.
99.
I mean,
Right.
personally, I can think of like many people that could play Freddy and pull it off. I just think Ryan Stiles has the face for it. He wouldn't need a mask. You could do it with makeup because he has all the features.
I need to see this for myself.
Yeah, look up a picture of him. He has the same features as Robert England.
Jay Thompson's going with 2.
Gail wants to know if he has an OnlyFans too.
No.
Well, shit. Looks like I might have just won a spot in Brandon's stream. Kind of watching that too.
Right on, Jay.
Cool, Jay.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll let you know what's up. I got it up on my TV.
Right on.
Jay's going to win a couple more Nikos tonight.
Oh, I need to. So, who watched that game yesterday?
I caught the replay. Like I usually don't watch a full baseball game because I haven't had the free time to sit down and watch a 3-hour baseball game this week.
I meant to ask you when they were talking about them two brothers, the Diaz brothers, the one for the Reds and the one for the Mets. Did you pay attention to when they showed the dude's mom and dad in the audience or in the crowd? they had them half jerseys on, half said Mets, half said Reds, and it came out as Meds. Yeah.
Somebody
Oh, for a split second, I thought you were talking about UFC. You said the Diaz brothers, and I thought
Yeah.
you were talking about Nick and Nate.
No, Limidius and Alexis or whatever. I forget their name. I just know one's a damn Met. And that's all I know.
William Dafoe, does he still even act?
Did he ever act?
He was awesome. He was awesome in Boondock Saints. Willem Dafoe did amazing in both Boondock Saints movies.
And Spider-Man.
I'm not a fan of the comic book movies so much because I read the comics. In the movies, they tend to stray way too far away from them.
Oh, okay. Well, I think he was brilliant as the Green Goblin.
If you go back and read the original comic books and then watch the movie, you'll be like, "What the fuck? This has nothing. This is nothing like the comic."
Well, yeah, they wanted to change. They probably wanted to change the story a little bit.
Oh, they changed everything except the names of the characters.
I know. My dad used to grow up reading about the comics.
Your dad reads comic books?
No, he used to
Oh.
when he was a kid, before he had me and my sister.
Well, see, maybe you should reignite that in him, and one of these days go out and buy him a comic book and just throw it at him like, "Here, read this."
I won.
What?
Nice.
Right on, Jay.
Congrats, Jay. Hope you get a Nico there.
No, it's a spot in
Mike,
Rana Boy's break.
Oh,
Mike.
okay. Voice. Okay.
Mike, I wouldn't know where to start and which comic to get him.
What you would do is just talk to him and just ask him, when you were a kid, you used to read comics. What was your favorite? And then buy him a newer comic and give it to him.
Yeah, but they're not cheap, Mike. They're really expensive.
Well, you can get, if his thing was Spider-Man, you can pick him up a cheap Spider-Man off of eBay for like $3. But someone who likes Spider-Man is into Marvel. They're not going to be into DC, so they're probably not going to like Superman or Batman. So you gotta have an idea of what he liked first.
Not necessarily. I read both DC and Marvel comics as a kid, so it's not necessarily true.
See me, I was always more Marvel. My brother liked DC. All my friends liked DC. I was the only one who liked Marvel.
Like, Mike, I get what you mean. Like, yeah, that would be lovely for him because it would cheer him up. But he's getting old, and I think he's getting dementia because my mum and my dad would forget things.
Well, see, then that would be awesome for him because it would be like a throwback to when he was a kid. It would give him something to remember.
Yep, they say as you get older, you go back to being a kid, and if this dream is any indication, then that holds true.
I know that.
I mean, what's it going to hurt if it costs you $2 or $3 or, I don't know, they're 2 or 3 pounds and, you put a smile on his face and, give him a memory that he long forgot.
True, but I wouldn't know where to start because I know he had Spider-Man and I think he had the Fantastic Four and Batman.
Well, you bring it up in conversation and ask him who his favorite comic book hero was.
I can't right now. He's at the pub with Mum getting smashed.
Well, not right now, but I mean, next time you see him and you just bring it up in conversation. Me and my friends were talking about comics. Who was your favorite comic book hero growing up?
I'll try, Mike, but at the moment he keeps telling me he's leaving in 3 weeks. He wants to be homeless.
Whoa, what? Back that up.
He's depressed. He wants to be homeless. He's fed up living here.
I know how it can get sometimes. Life's a grind.
Yeah. It's what it's going to probably turn out to be is he's going to disappear for a couple of days and then come back with his tail between his legs. Because every man needs a break once in a while, needs to get away from other people and be by himself, just even if it's just a day or two.
Yeah, he went for a walk earlier.
I do it a couple times a year. I'll go camping and go out in the woods with no phones, no technology, and just go out for 3 or 4 days.
No Pornhub.
No technology. The most technical thing I have is a flashlight.
There you go.
Don't need Pornhub if you got good enough camouflage.
Right? I got an imagination.
Go find yourself a glory hole somewhere.
Right? When you're out in the middle of nowhere and there's nothing but birds chirping and crickets around you, I mean, it's amazing how free you can feel.
Yes.
It's a very liberating thing, yeah.
That might be what your dad's looking for. He just needs to get away for a couple of days to calm down and to relax and, get back, just to calm down, and then he'll come back with his tail between his legs apologizing.
I keep telling you, Abigail, guys in America is how it works is we do two things really well. We kill things and we blow things up. That's all we want. It's not that complicated.
Yeah, you guys like violence, and
it's not even about violence. It's about getting back to basic animal behavior, hunting your own food, fishing and catching, gutting and grilling your own food, working with your hands. I mean, this is stuff that we like to do. Things that take you back to the caveman in you.
Yeah,
pretty much, because it's in our genetics, basically. It's in our DNA. We've been doing it for generations and generations. We don't know anything else, basically.
I know. I know that. I've read about it. Well, read about it. We can't. My dad over here. I don't know if you can hunt animals.
You can't hunt animals over there?
No, yeah, we got. I don't even know.
I know they charge us to do it over here. We have to pay money to do it, but unless you know somebody that owns private land, and then, even then.
Well, you can buy the tags to where you can hunt, or if you have a private garden or something like that, and the animals come in and mess it up, what you can do is catch it on video, and they'll give you for free what's called a nuisance tag. And the next time that animal comes back and gets in your garden, you can shoot it.
I don't know if they have that here where I'm at. I'm not sure about that.
Well, the thing that pisses me off about nuisance tags is you go build your damn house in the middle of deer country and then get pissed when they're eating out of your garden.
Oh, yeah, you can't really get pissed at them for that. Or, you're the only one for miles that has a couple dozen apple trees. Of course, they're going to come into the orchard.
Yeah. Yeah. But
see,
let's
Abigail,
get pissed at the animals.
What they do over here is okay, say you're a deer hunter, right? And they're going to try to catch you poaching, right? So what they'll do is they'll put a fake deer out there with the fucking camera in it. And so you got to be careful what you're shooting at, because if you're not doing it the way they think you should do it, you're going to get a big giant fine or even possibly jail time for it.
I'll tell you a story that happened. I'm not going to say names because I don't know if he'd get in trouble. But a friend of mine had a doe tag and went out hunting one night and ended up shooting a buck. Well, he tied it up onto the hood of his car and put the tag on it and got pulled over. Well, the cop checked the tag and seen it was for a buck, and the cop was totally cool about it. Went to his trunk, pulled out the nightstick, smashed both of the horns off of it, and said, "Well, it's a doe now," and sent him on his way.
Right on. Well, that's how it works over here, Abigail.
I knew that.
Oh, okay. You never said that until just now. So.
Right, and we don't like to kill all of anything. We just thin the herd.
We're not going to talk about the buffalo thing. We're just going to sweep that under the rug.
I'm saying me personally as a hunter, if I see 10 deer go by in a day, I only need one.
Right, yeah. Only take what you need, basically.
Yeah, if it's more than you're going to eat over the course of that season, there's no point in shooting it.
Right. I'm the same way with fish, too. I don't need a whole lot of fish, a meal or two, and I'm good,
Yeah, but when I do eat it, I want to catch it myself. I want to know it's fresh. I want to know what's been put into it, how it's been prepared.
Well, shit, with all the toxins we put in our water where the fish live, that's kind of an impossibility nowadays.
Yeah, it's getting there.
You know, they've been throwing spent uranium rods in the ocean for fucking 50 years now.
Not to mention all them damn battleships.
And did you hear about these new nuclear batteries that are coming out?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they're making these nuclear powered cells that are they're supposed to be everlasting. They're supposed to hold a charge for 26,000 years. And they're going into mass production on them. But a lot of companies refuse to use them because it wouldn't take much for somebody to blow themselves up with one.
Right. We're talking again, it goes back to that energy conversation. Like, and gathering the energy isn't the only problem. The other problem is not blowing yourself up with it.
Yeah, being able to harness it safely.
Right.
I would think part of the problem would be not glowing in the dark after changing the battery.
Right.
But guess what? Your cell phone that you're using right now has in it a fucking lithium battery.
Your microwave runs on nuclear power.
Yep. You need to wear a lead shield over your junk when you're using a microwave, I feel. Sometime I'm going to take a picture of our electrical grid here. It looks like an Transformers and had sex with a toaster, and that's what spawned. I don't even feel safe walking past the damn thing. That's how antiquated it is.
I can double check, but once you get close to 50, I'll let you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of old buildings out here. Like a lot of the stuff here, they can't tear it down because it's all antique. And some of these houses still have like the old screw-in fucking fuses and the cotton-coated wire with the ceramic modules and shit still working and running in their houses.
Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. I was trying to close my phone hub out there.
Yeah, tried to exit out of Pornhub, huh?
Yep. Well, I was sending Abigail a link to her Freddy porn.
Ah, that doesn't surprise me.
You're just sending her a link to your penis.
Sam burnt a sausage and sent her the picture and said that it was a Freddy dick.
I was going to take a picture of a hot dog and post it in my Discord, and so everybody could see my wiener.
So, is it an Armour hot dog or an Oscar Mayer?
It plumps when you cook it.
Ballpark.
Jay's over there shaking his head at us. He's disappointed.
It's because y'all missed footlong.
Well, we're not you, Jay. None of us have that fucking person. None of us have that.
Not
It's
everybody can
average,
be
Jay.
Norwegian. Yeah, I know. I don't normally admit to my length like that because as a Norwegian, it's embarrassing.
In Sam's case, he said he may not have 12 inches, but he can do it 6 times, so that equals out.
Yeah,
we
if she
get the
wants
other
10
8
inches
inches.
and she wants it to hurt, I can fuck her 5 times and punch her in the eye. Hi, Abigail. How's it going?
Yeah, that's good. None of us have that. In Sam's case, he may not have 12 inches, but if he fucks her 6 times, that should count 12 inches.
Did we lose Abigail here?
Sorry if it looks like I ain't into it, guys. I'm just tired. Been sick.
Yeah.
Hey, I get it. It's one of those days.
Like Dad
You'll
told me to get together for Mom today.
Yeah, I'm here. I just don't know what to say. What you just said.
Well, think of something quick, damn it. You got to learn to think on your feet here.
So Mom
Alexa,
woke up.
unmute Abigail's Pornhub.
So Mom woke up today convinced she was a nun and promptly attacked my dad for coming near her 6-year-old son. Me.
Oh wow.
Dementia.
Yeah. Sound.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, there's something got a hold. Well, Mom can't tell me no more. But it's not like she would have. And Dad just plain flat won't. We got no right to know.
And shit was when my dad he was like right at this door. The VA calls and he says I got maybe an hour to get from here to Des Moines. And if I find a ride and get from here to Des Moines before he died, which I actually did, but he wasn't going to tell me. I would have never known.
Yeah.
It was shitty.
I mean, could be worse. It could have been like my grandpa Wilson. Didn't tell nobody he was dying. Just waited till everybody showed up.
Well, nobody knew until we had to literally make my dad go to the hospital here in town, and that's how we found out that I kind of suspected it because when like when it's a parent or something like that, when something's wrong. They don't have to say anything to you.
Yeah.
At least in my case, I don't know if that works in your guys' case or not, but I noticed that things weren't right, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what happened to Meatloaf. That you could see it in his face.
Yep. And Meatloaf was a guy getting up in age too, so it's just part of life. If you make it to 65 in America, you're doing damn good.
Oh, that's good then, because Robert's 75 now.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's a different.
Mom just hit 70, so.
So Dad was like 68, something like that.
No, mine's 72 right now.
Wow, I disappeared for a second. When I come back, everyone got silent. You were talking about me, weren't you?
No.
Oh, it must have been bad. Sam said no.
No, we'd tell you if we said something because we want you to be here to hear it.
Yeah, we weren't talking about you. We were staring in shocked silence because we stumbled across your Pornhub channel, Mike.
Right?
Hey, what I do with whipped cream and 3 clowns is my business.
Hey, now it's mine too.
Oh, Kat said it's hers too, but only if she's wearing the big red nose and the rainbow afro.
I got no problem with all that stuff, but I want to know why the hell y'all had half a fish.
Oh, God.
You'll see things done with the banana that you didn't know was possible.
Oh, no. I've seen a man have sex with a fish. He got his dick sucked by a fish. Was that Mike in the video?
Boy, that's some weird admissions right here on Friday After Dark, guys. Abigail watches fish porn.
I do not. I wanted to know what everyone was talking about at the time, and I put it on to see what the fuck it was, and thought, what the fuck? There's also online a man having sex with a horse.
Yeah, I know that one.
And he died. Yeah, fucked up.
Oh, yeah, he died from a perforated colon.
Yep.
That's not
As-
on a Twitter handle.
Well, no, it was for real. It was online. Fucking
And someone shoved a glass up their ass.
fuck this horse. Well, that horse fuck him.
All I got to say is, if I was having sex with a horse, I don't think I'd die from a perforated colon. I'd die from sheer embarrassment.
Dude, I used to work in a slaughterhouse, and the guy whose place I filled was caught working on a weekend doing the extra work. Well, the boss came in to check on him, and he was standing up on a stepladder fucking one of the cows.
Nice.
Well, he got fired, and I got his job.
And all
Think
of a sudden,
about
the
that.
hamburger tasted different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And think about this the next time you cook a hamburger up. So
Hey, it's strictly organic still, I think.
now we know what the secret sauce is.
Right? But I mean, it's sick what some people will do. I mean, to each their own. But I personally think it's just sick.
I mean, yeah, to each their own, but there is limitations.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, as long as I don't have to see it or hear about it or hear anybody bragging or none of that shit, I'm okay with it.
Right.
Ignorance is bliss.
Again, going back to the hot dogs, just don't ask how they're made, and it'll be all right. You'll eat them just fine.
Same thing with Slim Jims. Even though now that I've seen them made, I still think they're delicious.
I don't know. Those fuck with my stomach. I don't eat a lot of Slim Jims.
I have ulcers and I get acid reflux, so like once or twice a month with a Prevacid is good for me.
That makes sense why my dad said I won't like American food.
Why? Because we have sex with our food?
No, I was making a
Look, for
joke.
my hamburger buns, leave them alone.
And to be honest with you, Abigail, there is no such thing as American food. Like our food is just renditions of food from other countries. I mean, the only thing
don't know.
traditional.
We got some American foods. Stuff the native came up with.
I mean, what I would call traditional American food would be like brown beans and cornbread with a chunk of salt pork.
Uh,
Corn on the cob.
Yeah, you know,
you don't
that's
mean
American
hamburgers,
food.
French fries, and Belgian waffles.
Yeah, but see, Belgian waffles, French fries, you know, that's not American.
Pizza, anything pasta related.
And I mean, I think America gets the worst of it when it comes to food because, I mean, we don't have real American food except for American cheese. And I mean, that's the suckiest of all cheese. I mean, I don't like blue cheese or feta or any of that shit. But as far as all the cheeses that I'll eat, American cheese sucks.
Yeah, well, it's what did Kat say?
She said, except if you're one of the 80s kids who remembers welfare cheese when American cheese was cheese.
Oh, that
God,
government.
that was
I remember
that
that.
was some of the best cheese there was out there.
Yeah. It's like
And
a
you know, our
free
government
Velveeta,
actually
basically.
stores it in caves.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, our
Yeah,
government owns caves that they have packed with hundreds of tons of cheese.
It's almost like they know something that we don't.
Yeah, they've been storing it there since the 70s.
Interesting.
I wish I had to quit doing that government cheese program. That and the butter was great.
Yeah, because people were taking it and selling it to delis.
I knew down in my old hometown where my family's from, I knew a guy that he ran the meat market down there. Like he would put red dye in the meat. I knew somebody that bought like $300 worth of meat off of him. It was all spoiled, like shit like that. He would sell. He would like sell. People would sell their food stamps to him and shit. All kinds of stuff.
I ain't gonna lie, back in the day, I was a little shithead scammer like that. I used to buy like shitty ragweed swag from the guys who sold dirt down the block, and I would take it home and press it together in one chunk to make it look like one bud. And then I'd take food coloring, like purple food coloring, and spray it down to give it color, and then let it dry and then resell it as top grade.
That's like practically every dealer in Iowa you just mentioned right there.
When I was a kid, that's how I used to smoke the good shit for free. I'd buy swag, make it look good, sell it for top dollar, and then go buy my shit.
One way of doing it.
Yeah, when me and Kat first met, I was doing that just so I could smoke for free without it costing me shit.
I'm gonna lie, that's how I met a lot of girls too, but it never ended well.
But I mean, I only sold to like shit people, you know, assholes out on the street. I didn't sell it to like family or friends or nothing like that. Just like corner boys who were looking for that quick nickel and dime to get them through.
Fuck, when I want a good weed, I just go buy an ounce of swag, give a buddy of mine a couple of joints, and roll them all up. And just walk down the hallways of school just saying them two magic words, loose joints. loose joints. Motherfuckers handing me $3 every time.
Yep, I remember those days in junior high school and high school. We had a guy called the $2 man. If you came to him with $2, you could have a joint.
Yeah. Well, mine were 3, but yeah.
Oh, we get little toothpicks, but I mean, it was good ass weed, but you'd get a toothpick enough for like 2 people to each hit 3 times and it was gone.
Yeah, well, I'm a touch older than you, so it's cheaper back then. I grew up in the days.
All right. You grew up where an ounce was a lid.
Back in my day, it was still called grass.
Yeah, see, when I grew up, it was dope, and then dope became like coke and heroin later.
Jay going all Willie Nelson on us over here.
But growing up, everybody called weed dope when I was growing up.
I always called it friendly.
Our code word is to be salad. I want a salad.
Oh, see, me, salad is when you're smoking a joint and you get that little bit that sucks back and sticks to your back to your throat. That's a salad.
Oh, I hate those motherfucking happy joints.
Now, whenever we'd make orders over the phone, like if you wanted an ounce, we'd say, can I borrow an onion? Or a half ounce was a half an onion. Like if you wanted a pound, you were coming to pick up a pie.
The shittiest thing I think ever happened to me is I was hitting a pipe and the screen gave out. And so I inhaled the entire cherry right into the back of my throat.
Oh, I've been there. That sucks. You get a blister on the roof of your mouth and the back of your tongue.
Yeah.
Throat's all sore for a week and shit. Yeah.
Dude, I did it with a bowl of resin and shot a flame, like a red hot chunk of resin into the back of my throat.
Oh, and that shit sticks.
Oh, yeah, and it burns like hell. And when you ain't got shit to drink, it sucks even more.
Well, I don't smoke unless I got my buddy.
Well, now I don't use anything that needs I don't use metal. All my pieces are glass with built-in tempered glass screens, so I don't have that worry anymore.
I don't have that worry. I eat gummies. Can't burn my throat eating gummies.
Yeah, you can. Just cook them longer.
All right, put it in the microwave for a minute.
Yeah.
No. Don't have to do that.
Light that bitch on fire before you swallow it.
I don't have to worry about, maintenance in the pipe or fucking dealing with anybody. It's just way easier for me to go to a store, buy what I want, and leave, basically.
I wonder, how long do those gummies kind of dissolve when you bite into them, or do you have to, completely chew them down?
It's just like eating a regular gummy. Like, literally. It's literally... the Pop Rocks are the same way. Just like you guys remember Pop Rocks back in the day? That's what it's like.
Oh, yeah, I would love to get some Pop Rocks like that, because I would just mix them in like a glass of water or Kool-Aid or something and drink it.
That's one thing I would like to do is I'd like to get the Space Gods to sponsor me since, I told all you guys about the gummies.
Yeah.
What you need to do is actually do a full review. Get a couple different flavors, try them on camera, and then put exactly what you're doing in the description, the brand name, the flavors you got, and that's going to get you noticed.
Yep. I could do that.
Because I was thinking about doing that with Monster, because I always fuck around, not yet sponsored by Monster, but eventually that would be awesome if they sent me some swag.
Right. Yeah, it would be.
I'm going to go. It's too hot in my house. I'm going to go for a walk and it's a full moon.
All right, later, Abigail.
Yep. Later, Abigail. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye, guys.
Have fun.
Later.
My guy's still fucking out.
I don't even have a guy, so that's where I'm at.
My guy, we've been dealing with him for about 3 years, and he was out once for a couple of hours.
Yeah, well, right now it's state fair time, so everybody's dry.
Oh, yeah, they're all selling it at the fair for top dollar. Prices double when the fair comes.
There's not even food here right now. There's like 25,000 people in town right now.
When we lived in Chatham, we had a guy that we bought from. We would get shit from him for $25 an eighth because I mean he had really good shit, like medical grade. So we bought from him 25 an eighth, but when the fair was in town, it was 50 an eighth.
That'd be when I'd flash my local ID.
Oh, he knew us. It was just he knew what he could get for it at the fair, and he's not going to sell it to me for 25 when he could sell it at the fair for 50.
I'm not one who appreciates extra gouging like that.
I didn't mind because, like I said, he always had really, really good shit, and it was worth the price because, I mean, at 25 an eighth, I could have easily flipped it for 35.
Yeah. I used
You
to
know,
do
so I
that
kind of
all
took
the
it as,
time.
you know, take the good with the bad. I don't want to piss the guy off because he's got the best shit in town.
Shit.
But that's when I started, like, really getting into growing my own and then found out that I could grow shit that didn't taste as good as his, but was just as strong.
I tell you what, the best weed I ever had tasted like a skunk pissed on a freaking wrestler's gym sock.
Oh, yeah, that old school, like, late 80s, early 90s fucking roadkill skunk.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, man,
Wrapped
back-
in rubber and hair.
Yep, and that sumbitch, you could roll up a bag and leave it in your bedroom, stuffed in your sock drawer 15 feet away, and you could smell it at the front door.
Yeah.
I remember I had some of that once when I had to go to court. They raided the place I was staying at. I had to go to court for it basically. And I smoked a whole eighth of that skunk before I went to court, man. I was so fucking ripped.
Dude, I remember getting some shit like that, getting that shit, dude. There was no way I could smoke an eighth of that shit, dude. I would have been beyond stoned.
Hey, if I'm going to court and I know there's a possibility that I might go to jail, I want to make it worth every goddamn minute I spend in there.
Yeah, something like that kind of happened to me once in Lakewood, Ohio, like the gayest city on fucking earth. But anyway, I lived out there and I got picked up by the Lakewood police because I got into a fight. And when they picked me up the next day, I mean, I was just way gone, just way too fucked up. By the time I came to, they were letting me out. I had done the whole 3-day stint basically in a fucking stoned coma. And when I came to, they were letting me go.
Damn, that's the perfect way to have it too.
Yep, dude. I mean, I didn't even realize where I was when I came to. Didn't remember getting arrested or nothing, but evidently I spent 3 days in lockup.
Holy shit.
What was really fun is waking up in a foreign country's jail.
Oh, that's not good.
I'm kind of surprised that didn't happen to me in my drinking days because, I mean, I did a lot of shit. I got arrested a lot, spent a lot of nights in jail for being drunk in public.
It happened to me in Tijuana, Mexico. I remember getting drunk in San Diego.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah. Fuck, you know what? That wasn't the last time it happened. I got drunk here in Des Moines one day and woke up in Lawrence, Kansas.
Wow.
I woke up in
know,
Pennsylvania
in
once.
a hotel room all by myself.
How the fuck did that work
fucking
out?
clue. No fucking clue. Well, when I woke up, there was no clue. About an hour later, a buddy of mine walked in and says, "Oh, you're finally awake. Your ass was drunk."
Shit, I remember
Orange
one
man.
night I went to a bar with my buddy Dennis. We went to this bar in Cleveland called the Greenwich Tavern. I remember we walked in about 6 o'clock and remember nothing after that until I woke up in Erie, Pennsylvania, 4.5 hours away the next day.
Yeah.
And trust me, when I say coyote ugly, I mean this butch was coyote disgusting.
Oh, did you have to gnaw your arm off to get out without waking her up?
Oh, dude, I would have cut my left side off. Dude, I mean, I slid out. I'm on my phone. Can somebody pick me up? I have no idea where I am. Have to run Google Maps to find out where I am and find out I'm in a whole nother fucking state.
Fuck, this was in the days before Google Map. I had to go outside and ask where the fuck I was.
Oh, this happened in like 2006.
Oh God, this was 94.
I've had experiences like that, but I think the best one I ever remember, I was walking in Colorado Springs time. I was going down one of the main highways, right? There's this guy, and this is like a big 4-lane highway. This is not a little highway. So there's this guy in the middle of the highway, literally laying in the middle of the highway. He gets up. He's all fucked up. He's like, where am I at? I've never forgotten it ever since then. I'm like, how did you end up in the middle of a highway, passed out, and not know where the fuck you were? Like, we had to tell him where he was and shit.
Look, I woke up in a jail cell in a foreign country. Waking up on a highway
That's
seems a lot
scary shit. Dude, waking up in an American jail is bad enough. A foreign jail, dude, I'd be shitting bricks sideways.
Yeah, but Jay, this isn't like Iowa highways. This is in Colorado. They will, if the light's green and you're going to cross, they will still run your ass over. They don't care.
Sure. I just remember waking up in that jail cell. And it was like one of them old-fashioned cowboy jail cells. Yeah, you know, it was basically an empty room with a bunch of freaking cages. My wall was the next cell's wall, and it was just nothing but a fucking cage.
Damn.
And this dude keeps staring at me, smiling, winking, licking his lips and everything.
Pablo,
I did what any normal freaking Marine would do. I went up and leaned up on his side of the wall, started rubbing myself, and when he reached through, I grabbed his arm and I pulled that son bitch to the other side of my fucking cell.
Cleveland jail cells are tiny. I mean, they're like 4 foot wide by 8 foot long, 8 foot tall, and you're stuck in there 23 and 1.
I was going to say, these are probably 8 by 8 cells down there in that place in TJ.
Yeah, you get no living space. You get a 4 by 8, and that's for 3 people.
That's exactly why I value my personal space. I've been locked up before in 4-man jail cells where I walk in, there's motherfuckers sleeping on the floor and shit. I'm like, oh hell no, I'm getting a bunk.
Dude,
like,
in the 3-man, it was like that because there was only 2 bunks, and then they gave you a boat with a mat in it.
Yep. Hell, they didn't even have mats in the 4-man I was in. They just fucking motherfuckers got their blankets and pillows and shit laying on the damn floor. I'm like, oh hell no. Who do I got to fight? Get a bunk.
Right, it's insane when it's that crowded. Thankfully, like when I went in the last time, it was right after my surgery, so I was just coming off of having my face unbandaged, so I couldn't see for shit. So they had me in the medical pod the whole time I was there.
Damn.
I mean, it was kind of a blessing in disguise that I went in fucked up because at first I was like, man, I'm gonna get slaughtered because I can barely see 3 feet in front of me. How am I gonna fight?
Right.
And before it even got to that point, they noticed in my paperwork and pulled me off to the side and took me to a medical pod. I was only in GP for a total of maybe 45 minutes.
Shit, you got lucky. I was always stuck in GP, man, every damn time.
Well, now they can't put me in a GP because I'm blind in my left eye and I only have 40% vision in my right, so I go directly to GP. Or I go directly out of GP and straight to medical pods.
Wow.
Well, they say that I can't successfully defend myself because I can't see it coming from the left or right side. Unless something is coming directly from in front of me, I can't see it.
Oh, damn. That is the problem.
Yeah, so they always put me in medical pod.
No, he wanted to air not up.
Did you get anything in your break that you won there, Jay?
Spotting the Arana Boys break coming up.
Oh, okay. They haven't had it yet?
Nope. And Arana's my card collecting rival.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, him and his Bo Bichettes.
Ask him about his Nico collection.
Oh, now he's up on Nico, huh?
He got on Nico just a little bit before I did, and I got on pretty damn early. And when this guy got on, he dove in freaking head first. I was like, I don't know, I don't like investing in rookies, so I'll take it slow.
Yeah, he's kind of like a super collector. He wants to master collect. He wants one of every single card.
Well, That's my dream. One of every card in the world.
Fuck that. I'd rather have just one really, really good one.
Oh, I got several really, really good ones.
But my idea of really good is not like everybody else's. Everybody else thinks a Honus Wagner and Mickey Mantle rookies is a good card. To me, that's nothing. To me, a card is good by being sentimental as well as valuable.
Yep. Yep. I mean, right now, I'll take my 53 tops Ted Williams over any fucking Mickey Mantle card.
Yeah, if I could have my ideal card, a 1913 Joe Jackson. The 1913 Cracker Jack Joe Jackson.
Cracker Jack, yeah.
I don't care if people think he cheated. That's just, I don't give a fuck about the stigma. It's the man. I respect the hell out of him. I don't think he cheated personally, my own opinion.
Yeah, that's another thing about the game yesterday. You know them damn uniforms the Reds wore? That was from their 1919 championship season.
Original uniforms they wore?
Yeah.
They wore copies of it. And they're
Oh,
celebrating their 1919 championship. And all I could think is, motherfuckers, the only reason y'all won that one is because the White Sox paid to lose.
Yeah.
Hey, fucking cigarette. I need a goddamn fucking bowl.
I wish I could pass you one.
Yep, so do I.
Yeah, well, I got all my people working on it, but it ain't doing so well.
Well, like
Hoping to hear soon.
between the state fair and the races here, like there's everything's fucked up right now in Iowa.
Yeah.
The one thing about the fair, though, is you can go there and you can get a lot of swag for very little money. Because everybody at the fair is trying to push swag. So you can end up getting like 3-finger bags for $10 of swag at the fair. But anything good, you're paying top dollar.
I'm just not one that goes up and buys off the street, guys.
Yep, that's what I am.
I used to be.
I got some motherfucking know you. You come up to me, total stranger, be like, you smoke weed? I'd be like, what the fuck you think?
No, anyone I would smell weed on, I would just say, damn, that smells good. You want to sell some? And they would end up being my dealer.
I ran into too many shady people playing that game.
Yep, exactly.
I've met a lot of really good guys like that, like guys that I considered friends that even after they stopped dealing, I stayed friends with for years.
Sure.
And it's fucked up that one day we're going to be, our grandchildren are going to hear these stories and be like, hold on, you got arrested for weed? I can buy it at Walmart.
Right?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to be able to tell my grandkids one day that I've been arrested for weed more than 10 times for possession. And all he has to do is go to the gas station.
Yeah, well, I grew up hearing stories about how my grandparents' older brothers and sisters were always in trouble for running booze. Gay prohibition.
Yep. Well, they need to create jobs. They're creating jobs. Their job is to make sure we're in a prison cell. That's their job.
They create two jobs by doing that.
I plan on doing one of my series shows on prisons.
So what, Mike?
I plan on doing one of the series shows on prisons. I have like 3 of them already lined up. I just haven't gotten around to filming them.
Yep. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I got everything I want to say written down and everything. I just haven't gotten around to filming them.
Well, you got to think about it. Like, I know it's going to be hard for us to do, but like, because it is tough. It's not easy. But like, imagine that your job is a prison guard. So every one of those meathead motherfuckers that walks through the gates of that as a prisoner is job security. I got to watch this guy for 5 years. I got to watch this guy for 10 years. I got this guy for life or whatever it is. They know that they have a job, basically.
I mean, I think prison guards, they bring a lot. Now, some of them don't, but a lot of those guys bring the shit on themselves. Because, I mean, just like anyone else, people have a bad day. And when you're locked up in a dog crate having a bad day, it's going to make it worse. You know, so these guys do need to vent. The guards don't have to go in balls out, fucking smashing shit, tearing shit up when they're doing cell searches for no fucking reason. I mean, some of them bring it upon themselves when shit happens to them.
Yeah.
Or
But I mean,
bust somebody's balls over something stupid that, you know, they're trying to, like, I've heard stories where guys are trying to, you know, do their own legal defense and study law books and shit like that. And the guards would come in and start fucking with them. And we're like, hey man, I have to get this in by now, or, you know, I can't appeal my case or whatever. And they'll have them fucking put in the hole basically over some stupid shit. Like, they didn't like how they
look for a reason.
Yeah. And there's some people locked up there that actually didn't do what they're accused of doing. I know people don't want to admit that happens, but it does.
And there are people that are locked up still doing time for a crime that has been proven they have not committed and are still in prison.
Yep. Think about this. We got more people locked up in American prisons right now than China. And China has quadruple our population, and we have more people locked up than China.
Yeah. We have 20% of the people in the world and 50% of the prisons.
Yep. And here they're talking about making more of the goddamn things. Like, well, why don't you just put razor wire around the entire state at this point?
Land of the free.
That's what I think they should do is rebuild Alcatraz, make it 10 times bigger, and just put everyone all in one prison. No need to make 10,000 buildings where one well-planned, well-placed one will do.
That's the stated goal. And that was my point about the the old wax box cards is like everybody thinks these things can go up and up and up forever. That's not how it works. Like sometimes things go up and sometimes things come back down. That's just the way it is.
Yep.
You can't have exponential growth forever because like our planet is just one planet and it's only so big, you know?
Yeah, and everything always comes down to supply and demand.
Yep.
And just because something's rare doesn't make it valuable. I mean, being rare can also take away from its value.
If it's something obscure that not people commonly don't know about, then yeah.
Yeah, you know, you could find some one-off book that's extremely rare, but I mean, if it's hard to prove that it's one-off, then
like that's what makes the Frank Thomas No Name on front card worth so much is not the fact that it's rare, but it's a Frank Thomas rookie card that's rare.
No, fuck him.
Yeah, Jay's not big on Frank Thomas right now. I guess he's the one that owns the Field of Dreams land, I guess.
Mm.
He's part of the conglomerate that owns it. Just got $12.5 million worth of my fucking tax money to build a new goddamn stadium, only to say, well, if you do it, we're not playing here next year.
So they built a stadium for one season.
No, for 2 seasons.
Oh, 2 seasons.
Yeah, basically, and now they're going to tear it down because that was what, $7 million for that.
The irony here is the sign in front of it says Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. Only then to tear it down again.
Right. If you destroy it, they will leave.
Yes. We will fuck it up. Yeah, but it's capitalism, guys. Remember that. This is capitalism here. Somebody made a bunch of money out of this whole endeavor here.
Yep, probably quite a few people.
It's half true. It is capitalism. It's what's called crony capitalism. What crony capitalism is you and your buddy go into a room that's filled with cigar smoke and you make shady deals, and we call it capitalism. That's not how it's supposed to work. A fucking lemonade stand is more capitalistic than what I just said. That's fascism, what I just mentioned. That's just fascism. When the companies and corporations have more leverage and power than the citizens do, that's fascism. That's literally the dictionary definition of the word fascism. As Thomas Jefferson said,
I call it what it is. That's assholes.
Yep. Thomas Jefferson said, and I love some of the Jefferson quotes. He said, if your government fears you, that's called liberty. If you fear your government, that's called tyranny.
Damn right. That's why I say we're living in tyranny right now.
I don't fear my government. I'm involved with a disability case with them right now. And you want to know what? I gave them two options, guys. Fight or die. And so they're sitting down thinking it over if they want to have a go to toe to toe with me here, because again, I have nothing to lose. Basically.
I don't know. I don't fuck with the government. I don't want to piss them off. You know, it's one thing to run your mouth. It's another thing to attack them.
I've got a list, Mike. I've got a list. I'm checking it twice. Again, I don't have a choice. It's not like I wanted to disability, but unfortunately, you know, they want to. It's funny that, you know, they're supposed to be about my health, right? But I've heard a lot of QAnon conspiracy theories about how I'm working for George Soros, or aliens have prevented me from getting my disability. Yeah, that's a real thing that was actually said. So that's why I give pushback on the aliens thing. It's like the aliens that come across the universe, if they do, aren't here to fuck with my disability. Like, they use these things as smoke screens, basically. They make shit up, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they kind of picked a fight with me. They shouldn't go around picking fights with people. And then they say, well, Sam, the government does it to everybody. I say, okay, well, then I can do it to everybody in government now. Like, I'm going to use their own logic here. You know, January 6th opened a door for me. It just opened a door and said, okay, if I mildly disagree with the government, this is now okay, apparently.
It's the whole country, dude. America is a beautiful place to be, but it's the land of make-believe. I mean, they tell you that you have all these inalienable rights, but tell me, can you name one of your rights that is not being infringed upon at any moment of the day?
No.
No,
That's
Taxes.
something I found in my closet. Is I have a copy of the Constitution. I recommend everybody get a copy of the Constitution and carry it on you with you when you go out. So if the cops try to pull you over and do an illegal search and seizure, you can open up your Constitution, shove the goddamn thing in his face. It's more powerful than an AK-47. All you gotta do is shove that Constitution in their face, and they piss themselves in fear. They can have all the guns and tasers that they want. You know, the pen is mightier than the sword, they say.
I don't know. I just say America is the land of make-believe, because they make you believe that you have rights while they step in and step on them and tell you and you notice you really don't. Now, we do have freedoms that other places don't have, but we really don't have a lot of rights.
The way I look at it is the only rights you have are the rights that you're willing to fight for, and Jay can back me up on that one.
Shit, the only rights you have are to bend over and take it.
Hey, what's up, Storage Bandits? Welcome to the stream, brother. No,
Hey,
I'm not.
Bandits?
They're not going to do that to me. Like I said, right now it's being talked about that I'm going to get my disability without even having a court hearing, basically, because they already know they pissed me off, and I've already told them I don't care who the judge is. I don't care if it's a man. I don't care if it's a woman. I'm going to rip them apart verbally and have fun doing so. So, I mean, they can go that route if they want, and I can record it, and we can all sit here and have a laugh about it if we want. That's what they're thinking now.
But if they settle it now, when was the first time you signed up, like attempted to get it?
It's been like, I think it was in 2016 I applied for it. So yeah, I've got like 5, 6, well, they only go back 5 years, I think.
Okay, but still, when you do get it, then you should get one hell of a check with 5 years of retro.
Yep. And like I said, I'll have fun with it. Like, I have nothing to lose. I've told a judge in criminal court that could have had to be beaten and tased and incarcerated that when my grandma died, I was like, I'm going to my grandma's funeral. If you actually feel like slapping me in handcuffs and shackles after it's all over, I really don't care. I didn't get released by the judge. He didn't say you're free to go. I turned around and walked right out of his fucking courtroom. Now, if I would do that to a criminal judge who can fuck me over really bad, what do you think I'm going to do to a disability judge whose worst thing they can tell me is no?
Right. But hell, if they give you that disability, hell, don't let that get worse in the mouth.
No, I'm not going to. But like I said, they shouldn't go around picking fights with people that are sick. Like,
oh, I agree with you 100%.
Not everybody is me. I can take it, right? Like, I'm not really worried about me. This should never happen to anybody else, is what I'm saying. Like, I try to look.
Never happen to anyone in the first place.
Right. I'm trying to look out for other people's best interest. I really don't care about the money. It's a matter of principle at this point. They picked a fight with me. I'm like, okay, we can do this.
Hold on. I just heard I don't care about the money. I know how much money that's going to be added up because I got a retro payback for like 4 years. Your first check, if they're going retro, is going to be like $39,000. So if you don't care about the money, I'll take that off your hands.
Well, fair enough. Like, I will definitely hook you up with, as long as it doesn't.
No, I don't want nothing from you. I'm just busting your balls. I don't want nothing.
I would hook Jay up with whatever he needed. I'd make sure you guys were taken care of because you guys are.
No, I'm already taken care of. I don't need nothing.
That money, I guess my point here I want to make on that, you're right. I'm not disagreeing. But at the same time, that money's not going to make me not be in pain every single day. It's not going to solve. It's not the problem solver that they're trying to make it out to be. I think they care way more about this money than I do. Because chronic pain can kill you just as quick as cancer can. And
the money just shuts you up pretty much.
Well, it's just so I'm just trying to live. I don't need a big mansion. I don't need a fancy car. I just want to make sure my bills are paid. I'm really not that's where I'm at with the money thing. I don't really care about the money. I never did.
Right. If your bills are paid and you got $10, it's a good day.
Right. And that I could be able to do more stuff online. I'd be able to buy stuff off people more often and stuff like that. So that's part of it. Yeah, sure. But the money's not going to save me. That's just the bottom line here.
It will definitely alleviate some of the tension, though.
Yes, it will put less stress on me, but the damage is already done at this point. That's where I'm at. And so I got nothing to lose. They're gonna throw me in jail, or what are they gonna do? Let's hear the cover up for this one, guys. Sam was in league with Bigfoot, and space aliens came down and turned the frogs gay. And he's working for George Soros, and it's Sam's fault that fucking Trump's Mar-a-Lago mansion got raided, and all these conspiracy theories that don't exist outside some asshole's head on the internet. None of these things that they said are actual reality. It's all stuff that the alt-right and QAnon and shit. If you can't trust an anonymous source on the internet, who can you trust? Am I right, guys?
Right.
Anyway, don't get me ranting. I'm with Storage Bandits. Jay went overseas and fought for our rights. Now, do I agree with why the government sent him over there? Absolutely not. But Jay did what he felt was right, and I got to respect that. That's why I'm so big about the rights and stuff like that, because the vets did fight for our rights, even though Vietnam had nothing to do with our rights, technically. But you get what I'm saying. They thought they were doing the right thing, right?
Just so you're aware, I was one of 3 people left stateside in my unit. I did not go overseas.
Okay, I thought you actually went over. I'm sorry.
No, my fucking unit did. First one in goddamn Afghanistan and Turkey.
My point is, you would have. Had they asked you, you would have. I guess is my
point. Yeah, I straight volunteered and got told no. You're staying here.
I tried to sign up when I was in high school and they wouldn't take me because of my medical problems.
So that's why I value my rights, because like these old vets that they taught me how to fight, they taught me how to win, and they also taught me how to take an ass kicking too. I can give it just as well as I can take it, and you guys can take that however you want it.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Hey, I'll take an ass whooping from you, Mike. But just
me and Sam, 1-on-1 boxing ring.
Well, shit, we're both fucking blind, so that'd be great.
You bring the wheelchair, I'll bring the walker. We'll duke it out with canes, I guess.
Motherfucking
Now-
braille on your gloves.
I know Kane's kind of getting old too. Like I wouldn't feel good about fighting. Like he's been set on fire before, so it's not like I'd be being tough or anything. So,
Like I said, I've got the energy for one more fight in me, and I'm saving that for someday when somebody does something really fucked up.
you know what? I'll even be fair. I'll say something nice about Kane. Kane, because he was when he set himself on fire. He was a stunt man, right? And like it was horrible. Like he goes up, like they're in the middle of the desert, so like there's no fire extinguisher or whatever. Like he puts himself out. He's got skin hanging off of him. They go to a house down the road and ask to call an ambulance, basically. So he spent about 6 to 8 months in a burn unit out there. And like he has done a lot for people that survive fires and stuff like that. So I will give Kane props where it is due. I am fair. I'm injected, stuff. Now, would I do business with him again? Probably not.
And if Kane Hodder is watching out there, if you're willing to give up all rights to anything to do with Jason, I'll get in a ring with you 1-on-1 and we'll fight for him. If I win, everything is wide open. No more copyrights, no more trademarks. Everything is free air. If you win, I'll walk away with my mouth shut.
The thing about that is Kane doesn't technically have the rights to Jason. That's Sean. Sean has the rights to that, not Kane. Kane thinks he's Jason, but he thinks a lot of things that ain't true. So,
well, I thought
anyway.
he had something to do with the name Crystal Lake.
No, he just in his head. Have you ever heard about those professional wrestlers that they believed the gimmick and they kind of was up their own ass about it? That's kind of what Kane is with it. Like Abigail was telling me that Ken Kersinger, who played Jason in Freddy vs. Jason, Kane actually told him to not go tell people he ever played Jason. Like that's the level of like he actually believes this shit's real life.
Huh.
So he took a gimmick and took it too far. Like Jason's not real. It's a fictional character, but it's fun to have fun with. I get it, but I was hoping Jeff would stop by tonight, but I don't know what he's going on over there.
We all know what he's doing.
His sale's still going on.
Oh, okay.
I got it on in the background. I got it up on my TV.
Any good cards getting pulled?
It depends on your idea of what good cards are. I'm seeing a lot of new stuff. It's not a break, it's a sale.
Oh, okay. So it's like modern stuff.
For the most part, yeah. And the Packers are losing by 6. So.
Oh yeah, they're
and
having
the phone's ringing. Some bitch, hang on.
Yeah, they're having preseason football. I see the Giants beat the Patriots in preseason the other day. Yeah, I don't know about if Trump's going to be able to run in 2024. I don't know like how that's going to work. All right. Yep. Thanks for showing up. Have a good Friday, Storage Bandits.
All right, later, Storage Bandits.
He's a really cool guy. He's going through some things right now too. Definitely check him out. You guys got wrenches. Anybody can check him out. He sells some pretty cool stuff on there too. Like he had some swords and knives and stuff on there in the last video I watched. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many knives I own. I was cleaning up my house and just found them everywhere. I didn't realize how many I seriously bought. Like when you clean up, you expect to find 3 or 4 floating around, but you don't expect to find like 8 in this drawer, 6 or 7 in this drawer, 4 in my camping bag. 2 or 3 of them in my card room, 15 or 20 of them out in the garage.
Back
Like
at one point in time, I did have that many knives. I did. Like that was kind of my thing I was known for, was carrying knives around, because people like to jump people in the old hometown like 20-on-1 and shit. You just pull out a knife and say, okay, you guys might overwhelm me by numbers, but who's going to be the first one to get it? And then you'll find out that they're really not about that. You'll find out who's really about what at that point.
Yep. When you bring a knife out and you're dude, that brings out far more fear than a gun.
Yep, because that means I'm willing to get my hands dirty. Like there's one knife I will not own because it's illegal, and that's a butterfly knife. I am very proficient with a butterfly knife. I had a friend of mine back in the day, unfortunately he's since passed away, but like he taught me how to use shit like that. And I'll tell you, for the first week or two, I cut my fingers quite a few times.
Oh yeah, they're butterflies and anything with assisted open is illegal in New York.
Yep. I would love to own one, but I can't because it's too easy for me. It's like I've gotten an instinct for it now because I did it right. I learned these kinds of things. These are things I wanted to teach myself,
One thing out here that doesn't make sense is everyone out here is a farmer, but it is absolutely illegal to have a whip.
Well, yeah, that's a slavery thing right there, I think. What's going on, Jay? Was you on the phone? Did we miss something?
Yeah, it was Kevin.
Oh, okay. Kevin, a.k.a. Jay's Sugar Daddy.
Yeah.
The cookie. Oh, the cookie lady is really the cookie man.
Brilliant. Yeah, Jay was telling me how the other day he was going out and trying to buy him groceries and stuff.
He's a handful, I tell you.
Is he really? Do tell, Jay.
Did you use both hands?
Actually, that I couldn't tell you. I'm going to assume so because he's not of my race. So, they have a reputation, but I don't know.
So can I ask who the pitcher and who the catcher are?
I think he wants to be both.
Which one do you want to be?
Yeah.
The poor guy in the ticket booth.
The guy with the mop.
I don't even want to be the guy with the mop. That's cleaning up a mess.
All those dead babies on the floor.
Yeah. I don't want a job where I got to worry about stepping on somebody's children.
Right, and how bad would your job be when you come home and somebody's like, "How did you get shit on your neck?"
Yeah, gotta be.
I wish Jay was there when we watched that movie in Discord, the one about Rob Schneider goes to prison and he has a kung fu. David Carradine teaches him kung fu when he goes in there, so he goes in all badass and stuff.
Big Stan.
Yeah, Big Stan. Yeah, that's a good one. Like he showed up and he whipped everybody's damn ass. little Rob.
Funny while he was doing it. I loved his fucking soap nunchucks.
Yep, the soap nunchucks. Yep, yep. That would be something handy if you was locked up, wouldn't it? Make some soap nunchucks.
Right. If you have the mind to do it, there's nothing you can't do.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you could get the material to do it with. That wouldn't be too hard.
I don't think you could do it with soap and a shoestring because that string would slide right out.
Right, yeah. You need actual rope.
Or Jolly Rancher, something that would melt in between the fabric and hold tight.
I don't know if I'd even trust Jolly Ranchers, to be honest with you. You can get all kinds of shit in there. You can like the metal pikes that they have there, like they'll take those and use them as fucking shanks. Like, could you imagine getting fucking stabbed by one of those damn things? It's like 6 foot long, got a fucking jagged metal point, sometimes rusted on the end of it. Fuck.
Dude, everything is a weapon. I've seen people literally get stabbed with paper. Just fold a piece of paper over and over until you got a good hard point on it, and you can get stabbed with it.
We all know motherfucking Mike stabbing people with fruit roll-ups already, so.
Yeah, is that before or after he wraps it around his dick?
Hey, they love it.
Taste the rainbow. The Skittles stole Mike's.
And dude, let me tell you, if you want to earn brownie points with your woman, go to the store and get a blow pop, whatever flavor you prefer.
You do realize they sell flavored condoms, right, Mike?
Okay, well that's good for you and your man, but how does that help me?
Don't ask, don't tell. Jesus, what the hell have I got myself into here?
Dude, I've done some freaky shit over my time. You do it pop rocks too.
Yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to do. Is I'm gonna go have to get that get fixed so I don't have no more kids.
I wouldn't mind doing that either, but I don't think that's a problem because, well, we're getting to that age to where, you know, if things keep going this way, I ain't gonna have that worry.
True. I just want to make damn sure. I call it my insurance policy.
I tell Kat the day she starts going through menopause, I'm gonna throw all the rubber in the house away.
Yep, that's a smart idea. So what's the plan tonight, Jay? You're gonna go over to the Sugar Daddy? What are you doing tonight? No.
Sitting my ass right here unless my phone rings and Dad says come.
Right. Yeah, I know that waiting game.
Yeah, well, according to Dad, I shouldn't have to wait too long. But then again, you know, according to Dad, I haven't been waiting since September.
Yeah, it's always.
She actually looks bad this time. So
when it's family, it's a different ball game.
Yeah.
Like I said, I deal with my issues with that kind of stuff. I'm normally pretty low key about it, though. I don't want nobody feeling sorry for me because, well, that's just how us guys are. You realize?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
I don't want no one feeling sorry for me. I just know people are gonna notice because I'd be all worried about my old man.
Well, it's a guy thing. You don't want anyone to feel sorry for you, but at the same time, you do need to vent. So when it's got to come out, it's got to come out.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying not to vent. Absolutely vent. Yeah. I do people think I complain a lot. I hold a lot of stuff back that, yeah, the worst of the worst, I keep to myself, I guess.
No, see, when shit gets overwhelming to me, I talk to everybody about it, and it just talking about it just kind of relaxes some of the tension and helps me clear my mind enough to figure it out.
Well, and I'm glad that Friday streams is what it is, because that's what it's what we're doing. We're just kind of venting and letting the pressure of the week go, basically.
That's why Friday night is my favorite night of the week.
It is here too, brother. It is here too.
I like that we can come here and just say whatever's on your mind and just do whatever, and it just flows naturally.
Right. And a lot of it's because I'll say I like the stream a few times, but normally I'm not really paying attention to that, really.
I've
just
gotten
do
in
it.
the habit of doing that now because I was talking to some other streamer and he said to always ask. That's the best way to get it is to ask. So
Right. But again, I want to keep it kind of natural too at the same time. Like it's a balance, I guess. It's a fair balance there. That's just how I run things. Other people do it differently, and that I don't think there's any wrong way to do things on YouTube. It is what it is, basically. Like it's just have fun. As long as you're having fun, it doesn't matter.
yeah, that's the way I see it too. That's why I don't see why these people go on and all these haters go on and put down other people. It's like, dude, you do your thing. Let them do theirs.
It's all about money. Again, anybody they perceive as a threat, people are going to start, being testy about it. Like I've dealt with it. And like, I'm not even a threat to take anything from anybody in the card community. Like I said, that's not my objective on here. Guys, I can't wait till fucking October this year. Over the summer, I always plan October out ahead of time. And it's been a rough go this week, but we've got it figured out what we're going to do for October. It's going to be awesome.
I know what you do in October. You wait for Halloween so you can put on your raincoat and Richard Nixon mask and flash through the streets.
No, I got a hockey mask for that. I don't need the Nixon mask.
So you were that guy on the news running through the streets naked.
Yep. Allegedly.
They still haven't proven anything yet.
Yeah, the only thing that could prove it was his mask. That's it.
Right.
And I could say somebody stole my mask. So apparently you can plead the Fifth Amendment. Apparently that's also an option. I have the right to not incriminate myself.
Yeah, very seldomly does that work on your behalf.
It worked just the other day. Worked just fine. See, every time they try to pivot the position, I'm going to point out, I'm like, well, no, actually, no. As long as there's a legal precedent there, right? That's what kind of happened with the Friday the 13th, that there was a legal precedent that after 25 years, the rights transfer. And that didn't just affect that, it affected the entire movie, everything. That changed everything about how things run, basically. All of Wes Craven's stuff went all to the Craven estate, which is Wes's family, essentially.
Hopefully it doesn't destroy all of his movies.
Well, they're working on it. Like Abigail said, they're doing things with it. It's just, I keep telling Abigail too, I'm like, I can only handle one franchise at a time. Like just the Friday the 13th stuff was enough to keep me busy. So like, I can't do everything, Well, guys, we've been on for 2 hours and 18 minutes now. You want to call it here? Or you guys want to keep going? It's up to you.
I got nothing else going on.
Neither do I.
I'm just waiting for my damn phone to ring. I don't give a shit.
That's what I like about you, Jay. You just don't care. I was talking about some of the behind the scenes stuff earlier, and you were brought up, and I'm like, I don't think Jay cares about the horror movies like we do. He doesn't give a shit.
Don't give a shit.
That's refreshing.
There's very few things I give a shit about, because I learned if I care about something, it's gonna freaking make you cry.
Oh yeah. Having a good heart.
I don't really care too much for stuff. I care more for like people and animals.
Right. Stuff comes and goes.
I mean, I've had stuff and I've been without stuff, and I've noticed You know, I'm happier when I've always been happier when I had less because less things meant less worries.
Yep. Like you have to worry about like me with all these collectibles in here. I got to worry about somebody breaking in and stealing the goddamn things. Now I have to, always defend. That's
And
another
it's
old.
not only that, it's about now that you started your collection, now you have to get more too.
Well, not
You know, your
necessarily.
collection just can't stop.
Maybe. I mean, I pace myself on it. Like it's an old military principle. He who tries to defend everything defends nothing. In other words, if you're trying, like, if again going to the Civil War thing, if you're trying to invade somewhere and all they got to do is defend, it's a lot easier. We're seeing that in Ukraine right now. It's a lot easier to defend. You know the territory, you know the strong points and the weak points. It's a lot easier to defend that than it is for Russia to go in and take it over.
Yep.
Military.
Right. Wars are won with home team advantage.
Right. That's why Vietnam went the way it did. We don't have jungles over here, so like jungle warfare is not something we do very well.
Right. We weren't prepared for that.
Instead, they dumped fucking Agent Orange on all over everybody. That's one of the reasons that chemical weapons by the Geneva Convention was banned, because if you let loose like some kind of deadly virus or something, it doesn't recognize, okay, this is the side we're going against. That's not how it works. It'll infect everybody equally.
Yep.
The video I made about the burn pits in Iraq, that's another military strategy, burn shit. Like I used to do that all the time because, well, it's just one of those things I learned. But like I said, in Gettysburg, when a horse dies and its legs stiffen up, it's like thousands of horses died during the Battle of Gettysburg. Well, once them legs stiffen up and rigor mortis sets in, you're not going to bury that horse. So what they did is they drug all these horses into a pile and lit them on fire, and the people in the town had to inhale that.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It caused all kinds of disease and sickness and death and all kinds of bad shit, because that's what, that was what was in the air. So, yeah.
I mean, that goes back to the way things were early in the U.S., back before we had garbage pickups and shit, when people just threw their trash out in the streets and had bedpans that they poured directly out of their windows onto the sidewalks.
Yep. That's how the Black Plague started. Like, seriously, the lack of cleanliness in the streets, like people dumping their bedpans out, that caused the Black Plague.
Yep.
Got into the mice got into the food. Next thing you know, the third of Europe is dead. Just like that.
And to think, Bob Barker if Bob Barker would have been running shit, we'd still be in trouble because all the cats would have been spayed and neutered.
Yep. You have anything to add to this, Jay? Did you ever burn things in the military? Was it everything that you do?
A lot of bridges.
Yep.
I would think they would set fires and shit just to keep the opposition busy. If they think something's going on over here, you start this fire, and well, they're over here checking it out. You're over there fucking shit up.
Well, the thing about bridges is like some rivers are fordable. In other words, like some rivers are shallow enough at some points that you could cross a unit or division over it. So they destroy the bridges, and then they guard those areas that are easily approachable by a large number, and then they only have one thing to defend basically instead of several things.
And Jay, you were the guy that went under these bridges and set them on fire and blew them up and shit?
No, it's basically anything you don't want to fall into the enemy's hands, you burn that shit.
That was just the guy that pissed off the commanders and kept telling me not to burn bridges.
another one, and it's an occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge. You guys should look it up on YouTube. See, back in the Civil War, again, it was a war of bridges like that, right? So what would happen is these, the Southern guys would go and they'd burn the bridge so that the Union force couldn't cross, right? Well, if the Union caught a Southern sympathizer burning a bridge, they would hang a rope and a noose up, and they would hang him from the bridge that he tried to burn.
Damn.
So yeah, military importance. Bridges are important is the lesson there. But yeah, you guys ought to check the story out. It's awesome.
Shit, I'm gonna have to get off here. I just noticed my phone's at 4%.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, brother. Hope you have a great rest of your Friday night.
Later,
All right,
Mike.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Yep. Later, man. Yeah, it's getting kind of slow, and Jay's having a rough night, so I might just cut us here. That way you can deal.
I kind of agree. I think it's just you and me in here anyway.
Yep. Been a busy night on YouTube. That's all right. This will get out to who wants to watch it. So if they don't, they don't.
Yeah. Yep. To those that are watching it later, fuck y'all. We're better live.
Yep. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, Jay. Keep me updated on everything going on.
Yeah. No news as of yet.
I'll be awake for a while tonight because I slept most of the day. So anyway,
Alrighty.
I'll catch you later. Have a great rest of your Friday. Thanks to everybody who did show up and show support. I appreciate it. And until next time, peace, guys.
Yeah. Later, y'all.
Yep.